go again, flying out, rifle in hand, catches 1, 2, 3.
From hallway and now from the open door. They've just opened up.
25 points, 1 versus 1. Last round, Evil Jester putting some pressure in that doorway. Still unable to pick up the EMP, and the ace is going to go down.
Getting down to 15 seconds. Ash has recovered that EMP, looking to push in. Solo swings out, finds 2. And
Welcome, everybody, to the VRML. We appreciate you all tuning in for this exclusive interview with one of the developers from Triangle Factory. I'll have you introduce yourself first, but really happy to have Triangle Factory offer up the resources so we can ask you some questions about the game.
Yeah, hey everybody, I'm Jeroen. I'm the creative director at Triangle Factory. Sorry if I sound a bit weird, I have a cold at the moment, but I'll do my best. I basically am in charge of design and visual design, gameplay at the company, and everybody else is doing lots of good stuff as well. But yeah, that's what I do.
We've been working behind the scenes on the gun skin, which we just debuted on one of our most recent advertisements. And I did just want to say, while I have you here, a big shout out to you. You know, you improved what we had sort of concepted to be substantially cooler, in my opinion, and we're really happy with that initial gun concept.
Yeah, that's good to hear. I hope that the players will like it as well. Excited to get them in the game for sure.
Yeah, it's certainly got some great reception on Discord. A big shout out to everyone that was chatting there. We like to see that positive reception. But to focus in on the questions we have for you this afternoon, a bunch of stuff about the game, and this one kind of maybe harkening back to when you started the development of the game. You know, when you were initially creating it, what was the initial sort of starting process of creating Breachers, and did you expect it to eventually get to this popular of a point?
So if you go back, I think we started with adapting a version of Hyperdash towards something that's more, well known, that players know from games like Counter-Strike and Siege. We knew that in VR that was a market that's a bit more interested in those types of games compared to Hyperdash, because Hyperdash is like the Unreal Tournament or Quake 3, and that's good for people our age, like
yep,
30 to 40 probably.
Yep.
But VR is a younger audience often. We saw other games having success there. We knew that we are capable of making good games, and we have a passion for it. So after Hyperdash, we wanted a competitive shooter and something that's different from the ones already out there. So we made Breachers basically. So I think our first prototype, it was a level that's not in the game anymore because very different. It was like an office building. We even had breakable glass, but then that's not possible with performance anymore. It was quite close to what we have already without the gadgets, and it's the attacking and defending was in there, and that proves that it was fun and different enough. So after a few months of prototyping, we went ahead and started the production of the game.
Awesome. And you said initially that breaking glass even posed to be a bit of a hurdle. What were maybe some other major hurdles, or one of sort of the major hurdles that sticks out to you when you were developing, all of the elements of the game that is Breachers?
So many things, I would say, because VR is very different from a flat screen game. Then I would say, besides performance, but every developer would tell you that. I think design of the gadgets and how they are controlled and how they should work because you can cheat so much in VR. There's so much more control that you have to block from the player to not hurt themselves and other players.
Right.
And probably the multi-platform approach, because you can play breachers on everything. There's a lot of stuff going on for us to be efficient and launch updates time and time again at the same time for all those platforms.
Yeah, I mean, we just had the PSVR 2 launch come out, and congratulations to you on that.
Thank you.
We're really happy to have a bunch of new folks jumping in and getting sort of into the competitive space that is breachers, and hopefully eventually joining the VRML as well, as we are open. That cross-platform capability is really fantastic. And now that we have that PSVR 2 support, I know that was a major milestone for you guys. What's sort of next in line for breachers? We just got a new map. We just got PSVR 2 support. It feels like we've gotten so much with the holidays. It has been a gift. But what's next?
We are doing our best to frequently give nice updates, be it new stuff like mostly new maps, sometimes game modes. So we actually had a meeting today. What's next for this year? Everybody knows about the competitive update already, which we've been working on for a long time. I can't say when we will ship that because it might slip, but it's for quite soon-ish. And that's going to be a very cool one. We really want to be able to give the players the competitive that they know from those well-established PC games without having them without having to wait all the time. Because we just work with a different player base, of course, compared to Counter-Strike. No, our design philosophy has always been get people in games as fast as possible, no bullshit. Nobody wants to wait around in VR. So that's our design pillar for competitive as well. We hope that we'll do a good job there. So we'll see. Super excited for that one. Besides that, of course, we have new maps coming. Maybe new gadgets. Who knows? But I can't promise too much at the moment. It's the start of the year.
if I get you with Phil and Martini, they got plenty of gadget ideas for you. Okay, we've had big discussions about new stuff we like to see in the game. So if you need any ideas for new gadgets, they're out there. Lots of folks interested in putting new stuff in. But
No doubt, and we read all the suggestions, and we have if you're on Discord, and if you use our Discord, we track all those ideas and suggestions. Every week we go over the best ideas, and sometimes it makes it in the game even. So never goes to waste if you pitch an idea.
Wow, get to suggesting then, people. I've been getting a lot of ideas from people, so we need to get them to the right space. Go to the official Breachers Discord and submit your ideas there. They have the channels for it. And fantastic news to hear about ranked. I know that people are. That was one of the when I pulled our community for questions. What is ranked? When's it coming? That was kind of the big question. So we appreciate a little insight to there. Can you maybe add on there? Do you foresee any skins that you could unlock by playing in ranked? Anything like that?
Yeah. So we will work with seasons. And at the start of the season, you'll see what you'll be able to earn if you end up with a certain rank at the end of that season.
Awesome.
There's definitely nice skins involved there, and it's all free. There's no battle pass that we're gonna do. It's just ranked and show what you got and play with the people with similar skill levels.
Amazing. That's awesome to hear. That's again big news for the community. So I'm sure they'll be happy to hear that and be looking forward to that. Continuing to look forward to it as we eagerly await that addition. The game has continued to grow. We've seen continuous growth in the VRML over the course of this season with new teams jumping in. Do you see, down the line, Breachers reaching the success of some of these games we've talked about, Counter-Strike or Rainbow Six Siege?
I definitely hope so. We set that up from the beginning. This needs to be a competitive game. Everything's well thought out. We hope that the community takes the game and runs with it. That we can work together with the community to really make the game that they want in VR. And yeah, that's definitely our hope. That's why not that Breachers becomes one of the biggest VR esports. It's certainly exciting to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, would be super happy to see it grow more and more.
Awesome. And on that note, with the growing number of players and more users getting into VR with the holidays, the new Apple VR headset coming out, there's a lot of hype around virtual reality this year. In particular, how do you plan as developers to keep up with that? Is there any plans for sort of maybe a focus on to anti-cheat or more servers or plans on getting more players invested?
Yeah. So our servers they scale dynamically, which is great because indeed with the holidays we've seen a massive influx of new players thanks to PSVR as well. Then cheating is certainly a concern. We see it as a compliment that some people feel the need to cheat, but let me tell you that it's not smart to do it. We do ban people, and we are actively working on fighting that. So yeah, it's not worth it, guys.
You heard it here first. Cheating is not worth it, and it's great to hear because they're obviously it's like you said, a compliment that people find the need to cheat, and good to hear you guys are combating that stuff. Overall, with the success of both Hyperdash and now Breachers, outside of just this game, what's next for Triangle Factory as a developing studio? Are you working on other stuff you can even talk about? Is that maybe that's off the limits of what we could discuss? But we're curious.
Our main priority is still Breachers this year.
Okay.
However, we will begin prototyping a new concept that's still in the shooter space. I mean, people know us. Through Hyperdash and Breachers now. We have more ambition in the VR space, and we want to make an even bigger game than Breachers. What that is, I can't say. It's way too early.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, keep following us, stick around, and yeah, we'll have something to share. Not this year, I guess, because it's still Breachers. So still want to do good stuff with Breachers. But yes, we are working on new stuff as well, of course.
It's hard to really step back and reflect just on how little time Breachers has even been out and how quickly we've released new maps and how far it's come since its launch. And really looking forward to the new year with Breachers and with VRML. We've got a lot of great action this month in January coming up, so do be sure to tune in to all of the live broadcasts over the weekend. It is going to be nothing but pure Breachers esports competition at the highest quality. You're not going to want to miss it. Thank you all for tuning in. And a big shout out to you, Jeroen, Jerry. Thank you so much for taking the time to answer these questions. I'm sure the community is super excited to learn a little bit more about what's coming down the line with Breachers and Triangle Factory. And do you have any final sort of shout outs, anything you want to plug that you're doing, your Twitter or anything like that?
No, but follow us on Discord and Twitter for all the latest news. Of course, we thanks to Wesley, we have a great social media and Discord stuff going on. And yeah, I just want to thank the community and all our players. The engagement there is crazy. I mean, that's what made us a success, I would say. And yeah, let us know how we can make the game even better. We will try and do our best there. And excited for 2024 in Breachers. So.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks again. Really appreciate you tuning in. And again, stop by this weekend for more Breachers action.